Thank you for inviting me to speak at your annual conference. I really wish I could be there with all of you in person to thank you for your service and for everything that you do for our country and our state. I want you to know that the North Dakota National Guard is really a treasure for our state and for our nation. You've helped North Dakota communities deal with the ravages of floods. I know that from personal experience. You've stood ready to deploy in defense of our country, whether it's in support of operations in Iraq and Afghanistan or peacekeeping in Kosovo. And the Happy Hooligans in Fargo continue to make essential contributions to the fight against terrorism. Most of all, the North Dakota National Guard develops outstanding guardsmen and women who make us proud every day. Members of the National Guard are true citizen soldiers and airmen. Even as you stand ready to defend our freedoms, you also stand ready to be a pillar in your communities, day in and day out, working in service of all the people in your towns. Believe me, the example set by the North Dakota National Guard has caught the attention of everyone in Washington, D.C. Every time I go to the Pentagon, senior leaders express their admiration and gratitude for men and women in the North Dakota National Guard. That example is spreading globally, as my good friend, Brigadier General Giselle Wiltz, or I call her Gigi, one heck of a softball player, is currently serving as the first female commander for NATO headquarters in Sarajevo. Gigi is playing a critical role in promoting democracy and reforms in Bosnia, and I am so proud of her, and I know you're all so proud of her as she continues to demonstrate what North Dakota leadership looks like. But you don't need me to tell you about the great work you've done. What you need to know is that you have leaders in Washington fighting as hard as we can for all of you, and I'm committed to fulfilling that obligation. Brave men and women who serve in the military need the training and equipment to succeed. You also deserve the benefits and health care you've earned by serving. That includes making sure that pay and benefits for service members and veterans keep pace with the cost of living. And that's why I've supported legislation to make sure veterans' disability benefits, clothing allowances, and dependency compensation for surviving children and spouses are authorized with a cost of living increase. In the 2016 year-end spending bill Congress passed, I also fought very hard for federal funding to support the North Dakota National Guard. That bill includes a $7.3 million funding provision for the Air Guard's targeting facility in Fargo, as well as a $1 billion increase for new National Guard and Reserve equipment nationally. As Congress considers new legislation this year, the needs of the North Dakota National Guard will remain on the forefront of our priorities. We can never stop fighting for the National Guard soldiers, airmen, and retirees who have done so much to guarantee our freedom. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me speak with you, and thank you for your service. Know that I will keep fighting for you, and may God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.